Hi guys, Autumn here with Autumn's GPW Journey, and today we're going to find out why my GPW is not turning over and running for us. And we do have Terry here, he's going to help us out.
Hi, Mom.
The first thing we did was check, and it didn't have gas in it. So we put gas in it and tried to turn it over, and it wouldn't. And then we found that there is gas in the oil. So I haven't been able to see this yet. Everybody else has been. So let's take a look. He said it's quite obvious that I have a problem with the gas and the oil. And you can see it's clear. I have a hard time smelling things, so.
You'll smell that. Okay,
Not
maybe
really.
you won't.
But you can tell by the consistency of it, it's clear, where oil isn't clear. So I do know that much. So yeah, we have a problem and we have to find out why. So please help us out, Terry. Where is the first place we look after we discover this?
Well, the first thing that we would do is find out where the gasoline is coming from. Now, on this engine, there's only two possibilities. The first one is the fuel pump, where gasoline can be bypassing a damaged diaphragm in the fuel pump, or in the carburetor. If it's got a bad seal in it, it can bleed down and leak into the engine. From the quantity of gas that we have experienced losing, it's probably the fuel pump. So that would be the first place that we would check.
Okay, can you please show me?
Fuel pump is on the other side of the engine, and you can follow the fuel line from the carburetor down and you will come to the fuel pump, which is that little gizmo right there.
Okay.
And since there is a little bit of gas in it, I probably put a little catch bucket under it before we go taking it off. You just grab that little thumb wheel and unscrew it to loosen up the tension on that righty-tighty, lefty-loosey.
There we go. All right. Ooh, it's doing stuff. Is it supposed to be angry when I do that?
It could be, depending on how agitated it is. Okay, now that that is off,
Is that the wrong way?
that'll work. Go ahead and take that glass piece off. And I think it's interesting that the gas that we saw in there, as soon as you broke the seal on it, disappeared.
Gonna guess it's not supposed to do that?
It is not really supposed to do that. So I'm thinking that the gas that was in there made its way into the crankcase just now.
It's gonna be a good time, isn't it?
Oh, yes. Now, the next thing that you're going to need to do is take the fuel line off, both inlet and outlet.
These?
That, or if you really want to, you can just take it off here.
Okay.
And there should be another one in there somewhere. And here's another little tip for you. If you find that for whatever reason that screwdriver bit of that fancy schmancy screwdriver won't grip that flathead piece properly, most of the ends of these are the same size as that fitting.
Oh, so it'll slip right over it.
So you can just take the screwdriver part off and use it like a nut driver.
Am I just moving this up, or am I disassembling it?
Now you're just taking it loose. Make sure that the hose is loose. Wiggle it back and forth. Twist it.
Thank you.
Now, if you want to continue unscrewing it.
Like you said, not a lot of room.
They do make special wrenches that are shorter and angled at weird angles. But of course, you know, the more obscure the use, the more expensive they are. So anyway, you have that off now. There should be 2 bolts or nuts holding the fuel pump itself to the engine. Usually they're 1/2 inch.
Now what goes later? Just come apart?
It will. Gently.
Is there a secret? Twisting, turning, pulling?
It depends on the fuel pump. Some you have to push and twist, and some you just pull.
It was a push and twist trick.
Okay. This would be the one that would be the problem. I'm trying to pull this out without damaging anything. There we go. And I don't know if you can smell it, but that's gasoline. And it reeks of gasoline. And that basically goes straight into the engine.
I'm gonna put money here that it's not supposed to do that.
No, it's not supposed to leak past it, and it was.
So the gasket's bad? Is that a gasket?
That's a gasket. So we will need to rebuild it.
So after taking apart the fuel pump, we have found that the gasket is bad and it was allowing fuel to get past where it's not supposed to get past. So we're gonna order parts and rebuild it. Please stay tuned for part 2 to show you how to rebuild the fuel pump.